for a really long time because like I didn't have the right people around me, and I've been like very living in the ego because of that. And I think it happens quite naturally, you know. I think like there's, you know, when you like move out of home and you're on your own, and oh, you just have to like find other things, find other things to get confidence from or like get comfort in. And I think this is actually why like I like actually had a shopping addiction. Like I had so much stuff that I was like numbing myself with. Like wow, oh my god. And it's like been such a revelation while I've been packing down my apartment. I'm like, girl, like why do you have all this stuff? Like why do you have all this stuff? Like what is it even for? Like you're not gonna take any of it with you. Like what are you even gonna do with it? And yeah, that's like, firstly, if you guys have a shopping addiction, like get that under control, okay? Like if you are constantly online shopping, and I haven't done this the whole year, like I already realized something was wrong a year ago, but you are filling a void inside you with that. And then the other thing now is like I am going through a really tough breakup, and it's tough because I love him so much, and it's tough because like we really work and we really are soulmates, and that's actually just what makes it so tough. Oh, it's just like there's so much love, you know. That's like what makes it so tough, is that there really is so much love. And yeah, I've been like crying my eyes out like non-stop, and it's so hard because the only person I want to talk to is him, you know. And I'm still trying to give him space. And like let him process it. And yeah, like honestly the only thing that helps me is just talking to you guys, because then at least I'm not thinking about myself. And yes, because then I can, you know, then I can just explain it to you. So yeah, why did we break up? Honestly, like I guess the main reason was just because like at the end of the day I think we could have made everything else work, but just the distance did break us in the end. And I think that's why it happened now, because it was either, yeah, like it was gonna happen now where we either moved country for each other or something. And it was really just feeling very hectic and very, I don't know, like, you know, like we both felt like it was too much, you know, yeah. And like that's just the thing, it just ended up being real life that kind of got in the way in the end. Yeah, and I did, yeah, I know. The thing is, like, I was thinking about moving to Switzerland with him, and, like, we did actually look at an apartment and, like, even apply for one and everything, but I just, like, you know, yeah. And, like, I actually wanted him to come move to Cape Town with me, and I sent him apartments in Cape Town. I was like, why don't we move to Cape Town together? Like, I want to be with my family and all these things, and it just wasn't right in the end. Guys, like, yeah. And I think some of the most toxic things you guys can do after a breakup is if you don't sit with yourself and like feel the feelings and, you know, like appreciate and have gratitude and respect for the other person, then you... Wait, I actually have something in the oven. Just give me 1 second. Sorry guys. If you don't have gratitude and respect for the other person, then you know, like there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. And yeah, like this, honestly, you know what is so scary? This has like really been like a karmic relationship for me. Like I was like meant to be with this man, and like we are still meant to be in each other's lives, and we are still gonna stay best friends. And like, yeah. Yeah, and I just, you know what, like if you guys are going through a bad breakup, like you are gonna get through it, and don't run from that pain. Don't try and numb it. Like you need to just embrace it, because it's really going to, you just have to, you know, like you just have to. And yeah, you just have to break up for any bad reason. Like there's nothing wrong. It really just felt like life got in the way. And like these are the things you do actually need to think about, because I used to think that this would just work itself out, you know, like, oh, whatever, like it's not that big of a deal, we'll just like jump back and forth between countries. But it's like these daily things that do kind of like build up resentment and take away from the relationship in the end. And like, I don't even know how to explain, like, I love him even more now than I did before we broke up. Because it's like, now that like all the other stuff is gone, like all the stuff that was like dragging us down and like the heavy weights, I just like love him even more now than I did before. So that's really hard. That's really hard. Yeah. So definitely it's been months since I broke up with mine too, and I'm still sitting with my feelings. Yeah, I honestly think I'm going to be sitting with my feelings with this for really long, and I am not, well, like you know what, like I am not in a rush to replace anyone, to date, to do anything like that. Like, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. Like, this man was pretty irreplaceable, so no, guys, like, here's the thing, is like, okay, I did joke I was gonna do a How to Win Him Back series, but the thing is that you need to, like, if someone breaks up with you, you must respect it, and you must, like, understand it too. And honestly, he was really strong, because, like, we actually, like, did break up last year, and we got back together, like, a month or 2 months after, and we just had, like, 3 weeks where we didn't talk in between. And we really, like, got back together, and, like, because we just, like, cannot stay away from each other, you know, we just love each other so much, and worked on it this year, and there we had some really good times this year, like, some really, really good ones, but in the end, it's still, it's just not for now. So girls, like, these are some things I have to teach you. It's just like the pain and whatever hits you after a breakup or a rejection, like whenever you have a big setback of something that happens bad to you in your life, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it, because it really is going to be like where you learn the most about yourself, and also kind of where you like shake away other people's expectations of you. And I think that's also why, like, I'm telling you guys, like, he broke up with me. I'm not ashamed to say this. Like, I'm so okay to say this, because like it's not an ego thing. It's not like there's anything wrong with me, and it's not like, yeah, it's not like it's affecting my self-esteem like that. Like, of course now I've like had a spotlight shone on places where I can grow and improve, but it's not like, I think you guys must stop worrying so much about what other people think about your relationship. And like, yeah. So I do also believe everything happens for a reason, and I do believe if people are meant to be together, they will be together, and I don't know if it's the end of the chapter for us too, you know. Maybe things will work out down the line, and I think maybe we each just need, like, I'm not even kidding, like 6 months or a year, just because the thing that does happen in a relationship is, like, you kind of can lose yourself in the relationship, because you end up, like, you cannot make decisions clearly because you're thinking about someone else. And I think especially when you're young, girls, like, do not rush to be in a relationship when you're young, because there are some, like, life-changing decisions you make in your 20s, and you need to make those for you. You need to make this for you, and if you're in a relationship, sometimes you're not going to tell yourself the truth. Like, I'm going to be really honest with you guys. Like, I have been wanting to move back to Cape Town to live with my family for a long time. But that wasn't going to work in my relationship. So I sacrifice this need and, like, this, like, deep desire that I really needed, because it was like this or not be with my boyfriend, and I, like, could not handle that. But it's still, you know, like, it's still affected the relationship. And, like, so yeah, the most important thing is that you find what you really need to learn from this situation. Yeah, girls. Yeah, and guys, like, and thank you for saying it. And, like, yes, pain does go with time. And it's crazy because, like, in a day, you'll have, like, you know, you'll have a few minutes where you feel okay, and a few minutes where you even feel good, and you're like, okay, you're like, okay. And then it hits you, and I think it hits you when you're alone. I think it's fine when you're around people or you're talking to someone, it doesn't hit you the same way. And this is also why I actually really recommend that you do sit alone after a breakup. And, like, me, I haven't even told my family yet, because, you know what, I just want to, like, I tell you guys, but, like, I don't know, like, I can be so real with you, because it's not like you are going to come and judge me. You're not going to come and judge me. And I think this is the thing, is that if you're very in your ego, and then after a breakup, like, you need to win the breakup. Like, you need to go tell everyone your story and, like, have everyone be like, oh, you know, he's the loser. And this is just not true. This is just not true. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna tell everyone he broke up with me, because, like, he's literally so incredible, amazing. Like, the best man on this planet, I think. And, like, you know what? He actually is so strong for doing the breakup, because I think if we hadn't broken up, we would have started hating each other, because of the sacrifices we were making for each other. So I think it was really strong what he did. But super painful. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I moved back to Cape Town from Joburg. It's good to be alone in this healing. You know what else I've really learned, I think? Is, you know, you guys, we all do the big move away from home. Like, move to a big city, earn some money, like, get new experiences. But at some point, you just want to move back home. And I did this big city move. And, like, I just want to move back home now. Like, I'm done. I'm over it. Oh, yeah, guys. So, anyways, something else that I think you really get in touch with through pain, and this is why, please, if you're going through something painful, do not distract yourself or numb yourself with drugs, weed, like alcohol, like casual sex, partying. Don't distract yourself with these, like, low vibration things, because you don't heal then. Like, you just keep yourself stuck, and you don't, like, work the stuff out your body or learn from it. Oh, you guys are so sweet. So, any awful thing that happens to you, like any ego death thing that happens to you, don't run from it, and don't surround yourself with people that, like, give you, like, the wrong feedback. Like, the reason I haven't told other people about this breakup, like, of my family, is because I don't want anyone to say, like, oh, well, you know, like, you're better off without him, because, like, this is wrong, you know, like, you don't even know anything. And so that's why, this is also why, like, I just wouldn't tell people. Sometimes, like, don't tell people your business, but you need to have real friends, and you need to be authentic, you know, like, you need to be honest, and, like, don't be afraid to, I don't know, be humble. My theme for 2025 is kindness and humility. These are, like, this is my theme for 2025. Authenticity, kindness, and humility. That's, like, really it. Oh, that's really it. So, but yeah, you guys can actually ask me any questions about you, if anything you have about breakups, anything like that. Yeah, because, oh my god. And here's the other thing, is that, guys, if you are afraid of a relationship because you're afraid of getting your heart broken, like, don't be afraid to get your heart broken, because even the most painful heartbreak, it's like, you don't lose anything of your heart from it. You know, I actually think you just have more capacity for love, and I'm not kidding. I do love him more now than I did before the breakup. So yeah, guys, like, you know, I think you guys keep asking me why we broke up. I think it was just, like, life just did get in the way, and it just got very hectic. And, you know, like, there come these times where you, like, need to make sacrifices for each other. And what did I say? When you're young, I think you need to be allowed to make decisions for yourself. And him too, you know, like, he's only 27, he only turns 28 in January. He's so young. And I think, you know, like, the weight and the pressure of supporting both of us, and, like, you don't understand what this man did for me. Like, he was my protector in every single way, you know? And, like, that's... Yeah. Oh yeah, guys, if you want to have one-on-one calls with me and discuss this breakup stuff, like, go right ahead and join the group. You're so welcome to. I have actually coached a lot of girls through their breakups. And, like, I get it, you know? And the thing is, there's a big difference between a toxic breakup and a healthy breakup. And it's not the same way that you act, and it's not the same way that you cope and heal from it. And the link is in my bio, guys, for the group. Based on your breakup, would you still recommend long-distance relationships? You know what? Long distance is okay as long as you have the same end goal, you know? So, like, it's okay to do long distance for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, doesn't matter. As long as you, like, when this is done, we both want to live in the same place. We both want to live in the same city. This is so important, because this is what actually me and my ex now, like, we don't really want to live in the same place. And it's such a fundamental like part of your happiness, and like it affects every other thing in your life. So this is like one of those things you need to be on the same page as. And I think like we were both willing to sacrifice it for the other person, but at what cost to yourself? You know, like you cannot love someone so much that you don't love yourself too. Yeah. So, but I fully love him more. Like, I'm not kidding, I love him more. Like, I somehow, I think I even, like, now I have total unconditional love for him, because I do have a lot of standards and expectations and things in a relationship that I expect. And, like, you know what? That's, like, that's what I want. Like, this is what I want in a relationship. But now he's just my friend. He's not my boyfriend. So I will still be giving him all of the love. I'll still be giving him all of the love. So yeah, guys. Yeah. So I am gonna do a little how to win him back series, because like it's not ruled out, but like the biggest thing is, if you do want to win someone back, you need to let one back. You need to let them go. You need to let them go. Do you have advice for when they sleep with a lot of girls after the breakup and act heartless? I mean, this is someone that's being like wounded. Oh, guys, when I'm sad, I listen to Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber Believe and Justin Bieber Pray and Justin Bieber, like those three on repeat, I will be listening to. Believe, especially, I've been listening to a lot. I literally think. Yeah. Do you think it's a to still give your ex access to your love/emotions? Girls, like, here's the thing, is like, I don't see, like, it's not like this is the thing, is like, I don't actually want to lose him in my life. And I think, again, every relationship is different. There's not like a one size fits all rule. And girls, like, if you love someone and care about someone, you are allowed to keep loving them, but just as a friend instead of as a girlfriend. And I think that's really beautiful. And there's not, like, it's not always that I think it's okay to stay friends with your ex. And I think you both really have to have like only kindness and gratitude for each other if you're going to be able to stay friends. And yeah, guys, like, here's the thing, is like, there's one, you know, like, some people would say to me, like, you know, like, download Raya, go on a bunch of dates and date someone richer next week, you know? And girls, like, here's the thing, is because it's just, you know, you can do that, and you can find someone richer, and you can get even more, like, you can do that, but it's not going to make you any happier. And this is something I've really realized, is that, like, if you get 1 handbag or 2 handbags or 5 handbags or 10 handbags, like, does your life actually change? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And like, this man really did everything for me. He did absolutely everything for me. And it's like only now in hindsight that I like appreciate the full weight of what he did for me. Because I think if you are always at the back of your mind being like, well, I could be with someone richer, like, this is the ugliest mindset to have. And if you really think you could be with someone richer, go be with someone richer. Like, if that's all that matters to you. Guys, like, stop asking me that question. Like, you know, but like, girls, like, here's the thing, you don't have to own someone or stay possessive over them. I think these are the things that are gonna hurt you. Like, the reason like, yes, of course, it would break my heart to see him with someone new, but it's kind of not my business, and I love him as a friend. And I think the biggest thing is, like, you guys need to respect, like, the grace period after a relationship if you want to stay friends. So if you want to stay friends, you cannot be, like, dating around and sleeping around immediately afterwards, you know? Don't do that. And I'm probably going to go celibate, at least, for, like, forever. I don't know. Forever, I don't know. And just, like, focus on myself and on my own goals and things like that. Yeah, okay, you guys want some dating rules. Girls, like, I'm more in the mood to talk about breakup stuff today. But if you want to get the dating rules ASAP, you can join the group. There's a free trial, and you can go look in the courses. So, okay, I saw a question I really liked. What is the most valuable thing you take away from this breakup / have learned so far? Actually, this one's really deep, and it's that you are never going to feel safe and secure and happy no matter how much money you have, no matter how many things someone buys for you, or how many trips you go on, or how glamorous your life is, like, you are never going to feel safe and secure inside until you feel like you have enough. And that's really what abundance is to be like content and feel like it's enough and not like always worry about the next thing. And this is hugely something I've learned from being around like a very glamorous lifestyle and people that are just like constantly jet setting from one place to the next, and like the whole thing is like very glamorous and bougie and like, you know. Yeah, guys, peep my school merch. So this is actually really the thing that I've learned, is that a lot of the stuff I thought was making me happy didn't actually make me happy at all. Make me happy at all. Like, it was really fun. And like, I still love to dress up. I love to be pretty and all that stuff. But I feel like I was hiding behind it, you know? Like, I was hiding behind it instead of like using it as a shield almost, not to be vulnerable. And I think, girls, I think a lot of you do this, by the way, is that like you go through a heartbreak, you go through something scary, and then afterwards you give yourself these high standards, but it's almost like a shield. And this is like a really scary thing to think. And yes, I always say to you that like you can really judge what a man thinks of you by how he spends on you and what he does for you. Like, his actions tell you everything. But keep it in perspective, and yeah. And I think the flip side is that like a man really judges a lot about your character, by how graciously you receive these things, and if you are ever satisfied. And you know what? I think I was actually never satisfied. Like, no matter what, I was never satisfied. And not just like with my relationship, just anything in my life. I just like have been like, you know, like been like a little bit not, like always wanting a little bit more. And then when I got that thing more, being like, I want even more. I really had this, like, I've had this thing, and I never thought I was like that. And it's really taken this breakup to show that to me, because like I felt like I was living in a trance. I'm not kidding. I felt like I was like living in a trance, like not even present in my day-to-day life, just like going through things. And now I'm like fully present, like, oh my god, like, okay, I'm like consciously redirecting my values and value systems and things for the future. And like my standards and ideas about relationships have not changed at all. But I do actually have like the softness and the kindness and the humility has been missing a little bit in my life. And I'm not angry with myself for that. I understand why I was that way. It was really like to protect myself, but you know, at the expense of other people. So girls, like, I know the strongest thing you can do is to be humble, and the strongest thing you can do is to be kind, which is like absolutely, you know, it's easy to be confident and easy to be like demanding and easy to be a bitch. It's like super easy. It's super easy. And it's very, very difficult to be humble and kind. And this is, I think, these are the lessons I'm taking going forwards. Yeah. Yeah. So, and I'm so grateful. So grateful. What if it's supposed to be a mutual breakup, but the guy's continuing to be needy and emotional? Yeah, that's the thing, is like you cannot cling onto someone like a lifeline after the breakup. So if you want to stay in touch, you need to like, don't be taking energy, like be giving energy. So don't be like calling them crying all the time, being like, I'm so sad, I miss you. Because I know this is how you feel, it's also how I feel. But try and like, yeah, guys, like, it's so hard, you know? It's so hard. And I think if someone's being needy and emotional, like, it's because they, you know, like, they're hurting, and it's because they want you to help them. Yeah, he keeps calling you crying. Like, I get it. He misses you and he's heartbroken. And if you can be kind to him, that's, yeah. Because, like, again, I am blown away by how mature this man is, and, like, honestly, how mature and loving our whole relationship has been. And the breakup itself is like, has been, I don't know how to say, like, it's a highlight of the relationship. Like, it's really been like one of the most important things in my life. So Wow. Yeah, of course, but like, just be kind. Honestly, just be kind to. And this is like something I've broken up with people in the past and not done it kindly. You know, like just kind of like made up my mind before the phone call and spoken to them and like just been like a bit cold. And this is really not cool. And like the way this breakup happened was like really wow. It was really wow. Yeah. And girls, like, don't be afraid of heartbreak. Don't be afraid of any of it. Don't be afraid of any of it. And some big lessons I'm going to say is that there is a lot of very toxic advice on social media, specifically around like marriage, engagement, and like if a man doesn't propose to you in 6 months, he doesn't care about you. And wow, like what the hell is that? It makes no sense. This man cared about me so much, still loves me so much, like wow, he's like so there for me. And because he didn't propose to me, I like actually never really took him that seriously. I always was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the relationship. And if I could change something, I would change that. You know, I'd be like just totally both feet in. Totally both feet in. And then whatever if I was hurting even 10 times more now, like whatever. How has this breakup changed you, do you think, so far at least? Oh, it's like blasted me and like really, it's like really been an ego death and just helped me. I don't know, I think for both of us we were like clinging onto each other and we went through some really hard stuff together these last 2 years, like each in our personal lives, you know. And I think you know, like when we met, we were like, it was like very ego driven and super fun and like spicy and all that stuff. And it ended up being really real and pure. And so, but how has the breakup changed me? I'm kinder, I'm more humble, and I'm also, what can I say? I understand men even better now. You know, like I understand men even better now. Like I am so, you know what, like I feel very validated in my judgment of a man's character because oh my god, this man is amazing. And like I was actually too hard on him. And this is one thing, is that this is the thing you need to watch more closely than anything else, is that a man is kind. Kind and generous. These are the two most, but kind number one. Like get yourself a kind man. I don't care anything else. He needs to be kind. When you make your list of like things you want in a man, kind should be number one. Because I have, you know, this man was so kind. So kind. And I think, guys, like someone kind is someone that like doesn't intentionally hurt other people. That's what it means to be kind. It's like you care about other people and you would never intentionally hurt someone. And yeah, like I actually wasn't so kind in this relationship, you know, like there were times when there were things I wanted that I was not compromising on, no matter the cost to him. I just was like, I didn't even like open the conversation because, and this is actually a big lesson I have for you, don't put so much of your value or your worth based on what he gives you, because if he goes through ups and downs, it's gonna make you question your worth now, because you're like, well, am I not worth this much anymore? Like what the hell again? Like girl, like are you okay? Why were you acting that way? And again, I forgive myself, you know, like I'm still learning, growing, all these things. Yeah, but I guess, you know, don't be afraid to get your heart broken. Just do it. Just like fall in love, you know, like give people your whole heart, and definitely don't be afraid to ask for the things you really want. Like ask for the things that matter to you, like ask for them and make sure you get them. And again, girls, like money is not the only thing that matters, because if someone gives you a ton of money but doesn't give you kindness and respect, you're gonna feel pretty empty. And here's the other thing as well, even if someone gives you like kindness and love and takes complete care of you, if you don't have like the security in your own life, then I don't know, like if you don't feel connected to the people around you, you're still gonna feel, you know, like really empty. So no, guys, I'm not moving to Switzerland anymore. No, it's like so insane how the ups and downs of the last month have been, because we literally have been like not fighting, but like not been on the same frequency with each other, and then we've had all these like apartment talks, and he was gonna move in with me for a few months, and then I was gonna move in with him, and then we found a new apartment in Switzerland together, and he applied for it, and hopefully he still gets it. Hopefully he still gets it. And I said if he gets it, I'm still gonna come decorate it for him. I said if he gets it, I'm coming and I'm gonna decorate it for him. So because like that was like the one thing he was like, oh, I'm so excited to have a girlfriend decorate for me. So I'm still gonna do that stuff for him. I literally don't care. So yeah. So did you feel a little bit blindsided? Guys, no, I haven't taken anything down on my Insta. I haven't taken anything down. Did you feel a little bit blindsided? Yes and no. Yes and no, because he actually called me like sobbing a week ago or something like that, and the way I handled it was not very nice. I was like a bit pissed off that he was like making such drama. I was like, we are so good, like must you make such drama? And I think that is like a very, like that actually reflects a lot on my attitude in the relationship. So I just like, every time he was like having a moment of vulnerability, I was like, toughen up, like be strong. And that's just like, no, what the hell? Like even, and it wasn't so aggressive like that, but that was like my energy inside. I was like, no, like, no. And yeah, I think it didn't, yeah. Like, yes, blindsided, but also it needed to happen. It needed to happen. And it's funny because we did break up a year ago-ish, and I wrote him a letter after that breakup, and it's funny because like it's exactly the same stuff that's now, and it's just a big thing of, when you find so much safety and security in a relationship, it can make you forget about yourself. And when you put so much importance on your relationship and actually like get so much from your relationship, it's easy to run away from the other things in your life. And that's a little bit what I did. So no. But yeah, guys, any other questions about, so tonight, wow, I'm still gonna see him, like I'm gonna go visit him, and like spend a week together or something, because I just cannot. We didn't even say goodbye in person. And I don't know, I even wanted to like stay and do Christmas together, because we were gonna do Christmas together, but I don't know, we'll see. I just like actually just want to be a great friend, and I just want to make sure that the way we handle this breakup means that we can stay friends. So and I'm really just going to be selfless in this, because like honestly he did so much for me. He doesn't owe me anything anymore. And yeah, you guys are asking all these things, like no, I'm not his girlfriend anymore, like I'm not going to ask him for anything. Like I really mean that. Like it's not like the responsibility you give someone when it's like your man. If he's not your man, he doesn't have that responsibility anymore. And you cannot, like, of course, if you need help, you can ask him, but no, like, I would not, like, no. No, you guys also need to be, why would he spend Christmas, and I'm so confused. We were going to do Christmas together. Like, I was actually going to spend Christmas with his family this year. Yeah. And again, like, our families don't even speak the same language, so I don't know. This was stuff that we just, yeah. Girl, go win your man back, I believe you. You know what, like, here's the thing. I am gonna honestly work on myself so much in this next year, and just, like, make all my own dreams and hopes and things come true for myself. And I don't know, girls, like, the thing is, when you go through a breakup, you need to stay single for a long time afterwards, because it takes a long time to heal from that stuff, and it's very easy to distract yourself. And like, I think you should stay single for months and months, depending on how serious the relationship was, and depending on how intense the emotions were. yeah, but guys, like, wow, I honestly feel so much calmer about this whole thing. Even though I was like crying the whole night, I couldn't sleep, and I like cried the whole day today, and like right now in this moment I feel very peaceful, but I hope that lasts, you know. I hope that lasts. And like I literally just want to be a great friend to him now. So what are your plans for the next few days to heal? Cry it out and be alone, or stay busy? You know what, like, it's so scary because I literally am moving country now because there's nothing holding me here anymore. Yeah, because like there's a lot of stuff that's been happening, and like my apartment is even for sale right now. But it's not gonna get sold for a few more months. Probably take some time. But like I have been packing my stuff down and sorting through my life, and honestly, my plan for the next few days is to pack all my stuff down in boxes, like do a big like energy cleanse, you know, like the stuff that's not for me anymore, sell it, donate it, like whatever. Actually, you know what, girls, like can anyone recommend a good charity or something where I can donate my things other than just Red Cross, because I don't know really what to do. I don't really know what to do with that. So but yeah, what I'm gonna do for the next few days, work a lot, distract myself with work, distract myself with exercise, because that's how I heal. And yeah, but I think I'm just gonna have I need some more alone time at the moment. I just like I don't want to be influenced by anyone else, and I have actually only gotten terrible advice from people in the past. Like, I almost never get good advice from people, and the way I acted a year ago when me and this boyfriend broke up, like, because we did have a little break, I should have spent more time alone and not like talk to other people about it, because other people don't know your relationship and don't know the person the way you do. And I think it's hard for other people to like be gracious and kind and generous about the other person, because they just want to protect you. So everyone else's first thing is going to be like, well, you know, like, don't worry, you're going to do better, and don't worry, like, you'll be fine. This is like what everyone's going to say to you, and everyone's going to be like, oh, you know, like, you're better off without him, stuff like that. And no, like, that's not true. I'm not better off without him. Like, there's a humongous hole in my heart without him. And like, even though we're staying friends, like, of course, like, it's very lonely, because like, we have been each other's homes, you know. So and I don't think anyone else gets that. Or like understands like how pure the love was. And because people just look from the outside and just think like, oh, you know, like, rich boyfriend, like, spoiling you, and like glamorous life and all that stuff, and like, people just don't really get it. Get it that actually it was so pure and so real, and like, wow, like, I don't even care about the money, I just miss him, you know, like, I literally don't care about this stuff, like, I just don't care right now, like, it all feels so meaningless in this moment, because, you know, it's like you move, you know, like, I'm literally moving, and I'm like, I cannot even bring all of this with me, and I'm like, wow, like, why was all of this so important to me? So that has just really been some serious growth from that. Yeah, guys, I'm just telling you, me and my boyfriend broke up, and I'm just talking to you guys. Is it bad if my close friends like my ex-boyfriend's Insta picture, I cut her off and I feel guilty? You know what, this is really, I don't know, like, here's the thing, is like, firstly, I will not be surprised if every single girl goes after this man now because of the way I talk about him. Like, honestly, like, yeah, he's every girl's dream, man. Like, because of, not just, also because of who he is, but like because of the way I talk about him. So I will not be surprised if they all go after him, or like they want to. And like, you know what, like let them try. Let them try. It's not like, I don't actually care if they try. I like really love him and trust him, and I still love him and trust him. And again, like, here's the thing is, like, guys, if you break up, they are gonna be with someone new eventually, and you must accept that. And like, yes, will it hurt me very deeply, just like it would hurt him so deeply if I'm with someone new. And like, whatever, you know, just completely whatever. I don't know, like, that doesn't actually, for some reason it doesn't trigger me so badly, because like, he deserves to be loved and he deserves to be happy, and if it's not with me, then he deserves to be with someone else, you know. So that's the thing. Hi girly, do you believe in no contact post breakup? You know what, I have changed my mind about this, because if it's a toxic relationship and you are not going to stay friends, do go no contact. Like, there is no reason. But because of the way this relationship was honestly like so pure and so kind, and it was just life that got in the way, I'm like, it's not no contact, you know. Like, I've already called him like so much, and I'm gonna call him again tonight before I go to sleep, and I'm gonna call him again tomorrow, and the day after, and and I'm gonna go visit him. I just don't care, you know. I just like want to be there for him too, and he's like also going through some stuff in his personal life at the moment, and I don't care, like, he needs a friend too, and I'm gonna be that friend. And like, he also lives in a country away from his family, you know, like in a foreign country, and he of course has some friends there, but like not friends like me. So I am gonna go I'm gonna go take care of him, just like as soon as like a couple more days have passed, just so that there is, yeah. No, girls, here's the thing is, like, I know all this like elastic band stuff, and that like sometimes men break up with you to teach you a lesson, but like really, this was not one of those breakups. Like, this really was actually what we both needed. This was really what we both needed, because we actually just needed like the freedom to put ourselves first, and to take risks for ourselves without hurting someone else. And that's like what we weren't able to do together. Is like, we both had like complete like life switch direction of like changing career and changing like, he changed his business, everything, and it's just like, I feel like we both starting from scratch in a lot of ways. And you need to try and fail a couple times when you do that, and being in a relationship can make it hard to do that, because you feel like, you know, like you want to play it safe because you don't want to hurt someone else. Yeah, you had food in the oven, don't forget. No, I took it out. So the breakup was not mutual that he ended. Yeah, he ended it. Guys, he ended it. And he did it so beautifully. And he didn't like, it wasn't abrupt. He like wrote me a really beautiful letter. And the last line of the letter was like, I wish I could love and protect you forever and just like hold you always. And it just, that's like exactly how he is with me. And like, he still said to me that like, he's always there, and if I ever need help or anything, like, he's the one I must call. And yeah. Yeah. No, and I actually think for both of us this breakup was good. Like, it's such a weird way, but I actually think this breakup is really what we both needed. And I was I could not have done it. I was not strong enough to break up with him. Like, wow, you know, like, he's being really strong for both of us now. He's being so strong for both of us now, because, you know, if it was up to me, we would still be together, and I would just like delay all these other issues, and just like, you know, like just keep asking both of us to compromise on some things that you can't compromise on. So that would be me, because I wouldn't be able to let go, because I just love him so much. And it's like, I'm not kidding, I love him more because he broke up with me, because this was like really what I needed. It was really what I needed, and it was really what he needed too, which is just crazy. Um, did you find you nagged him and was hard-headed because you weren't completely satisfied? You know what? I'm not even gonna say like that because I didn't actually nag him. And like it was a really, really good relationship, and like we were very supportive of each other. But I think, you know, I think I always made him feel like he wasn't good enough, and that really was disgusting of me. Like that was completely disgusting of me. And it like really affected his confidence, and like he was more than good enough. He's more than good enough in so many ways, and that's just yeah. So no, guys, like we still love each other, and we will see what happens. And in the meantime, what I'm gonna be doing is like really working on myself and like healing some traumas and things that have made me act in ways I'm not proud of. And I'm gonna spend a lot of time in nature and a lot of time with my family. And a lot of time with my family. To me, have space in my heart, like these things, to say that. And wow, and I am so grateful. And you know, like if our paths do cross and we're meant to be together, we will be together. And like maybe we just each need a few, you know, we just need some time on our own to figure it out. And maybe we're not, you know, maybe we're not meant to, maybe we're just meant to be friends. And if that's it, I'll be so grateful for that, you know, like I'll be so happy if we just get to stay friends. Like that's honestly enough for me. As long as we can just stay in each other's lives like that. So yeah. Yeah. And like honesty and loyalty and kindness and selflessness, these things are so hard to find. Kindness and selflessness, these things are so hard to find. Are so hard in other people. And like that's honestly like I will be there in the next month-ish. Yeah, and I will be honestly maybe actually get the matchmaking and stuff going, because this is how I'm gonna be giving myself a purpose. Guys, is the connection okay? It does sometimes. Yeah. So we were doing long distance, and we did long distance for 2 years, which is so weird because I guess we didn't end up spending that much time together in person. Like we spent more time apart than we spent together, and it's just like, if I could do it over, you know, like if I could do it over from the beginning, I would. Like, it's like the thing that he could see that I couldn't see is that like I do belong home with my family. And like that's something that I tried to hint at sometimes in our relationship, but like obviously like he doesn't want to move to Cape Town. He was like, why would I move there, you know? Which just like, and every time we had those conversations, like it made me so sad because I'm like, no, like come on, like just move for me. I would move for you. But I guess these are some things that it's just not. Some things can't be. Some things it's not, like you cannot fight them. So no, long distance. I mean, we were both in Europe at least, but now I'm gonna go back to Cape Town. So this honestly makes. No, he didn't say it like that. Like he loves Cape Town and he goes there every year. And like we met in Cape Town, and he's still gonna keep going to Cape Town. And like, honestly, I really said he must come stay with me. I really said when I get my apartment in Cape Town, he's invited to come stay. Because I just don't care. Like he is my best friend. Like he's literally been my best friend for the last 2 years. He's been my number one person that I talk to, like share my life with. And I had like a really toxic friend situation, like where we stopped being friends about a year ago, and like yeah. Back to Cape Town, got a table and made a Mykonos with your name all over it, guys. Like, guys, like thank you so much, and like that sounds super fun, but I'm gonna be no fun. I'm gonna be doing yoga on the beach. I'm gonna be journaling. I'm gonna be writing. So Did you move to Europe for him? How come you guys didn't immigrate together? No, I've been living in Denmark for like 8 or 9 years now, like a really long time. Because I've been studying here, and honestly, like, everything else is wrapping up. It's time for me to go home. It's time for me to go home. Oh, like, my last exams are in like 2-3 weeks, so then I'm out of here forever. Bye bye, gone. And honestly, I'm gonna go be a yoga teacher in Cape Town or something. Like, this is what I want to go to. Open a Pilates studio with my dad. Like, so yeah, guys. No, because the thing is, it doesn't make me anxious to move far away from him, because like at the end of the day, we're still just a phone call away, just like we are right now. And I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna have so much more to give, because I'm gonna be so much more myself and so much more in my own power soon. Because like that's the thing, is that if you're not aligned with what you're doing and you don't really have purpose or meaning or connection to the place that you are and the people that you spend your time with, you don't have much to give. You know, like, you actually are always taking. And that's how I was in this relationship. And like, it's actually, looking back I can see it so clearly. But when you're in it, you just don't get it. Like, when you're in it, you just feel like, that's just how you feel. Now than 1 week ago, and like much more clear on what I want from my life and where I'm going. And honestly, this is so weird, and I know he feels the exact same way. It's like our relationship was just like a roadblock, because like it was just a block of like, there was nowhere we could go, because it was like nothing. It was really hard to actually see what the future together was going to look like, which, guys, is so crazy when you're so perfect for each other and you're soulmates and you're best friends and like you're so attracted to each other and like everything is amazing. So we just each need some time. How often did you guys see each other? Ish. But we would do long stretches where we spent time together, like long stretches. So yeah, guys, but honestly, I think that the advice I'm going to be giving you from now on is actually going to be a lot better, because I have learned a lot, and I'm really angry at how I was influenced. Maybe angry is the wrong word, but I was very negatively influenced by some of the things I watched and consumed, and a lot of things put pressure on me. And girls, like, this is something I'm going to say. I'm very serious about you. Like, this man I was with now, he would have given me the whole world. You know, he would have given me the whole world. No matter what it cost him, he would have done that for me. And he was doing that for me. And like, I didn't take it seriously just because he didn't propose. I was like, well, he didn't propose, so like, he's not really serious about me. And he was so serious about me, and that's just something that like is so gross of me, that I didn't. No matter what he did, it wasn't good enough because he hadn't proposed. Like, no matter what he did, at the back of my mind, I like didn't fully like appreciate it. So that's just gross from me. That I was like that. Yeah, girls, but the thing is, you can do long distance, you can do it, but it must have an end date, and you must have like a shared vision for the future. And honestly, I think some things that are really difficult is like dating across cultures and across languages. And like, I don't, like, his mother tongue, English, and we only spoke English together. And that must actually have been super hard for him. You know, like, his life has been in English. So, yeah. How can we tell if someone's serious without the proposal? Girls, like, look at what they do for you. Look at what they do for you. Look at how they make you feel, okay? All the things I should have given more weight, because I was like, well, he didn't put a ring on it, so he's not really that serious. And do you hear how entitled and ugly that sounds? Like, when I'm looking back, I'm like, girl, like, what's wrong with you? And again, I forgive myself, you know, like, we learn, we grow. No, guys, like, I think you must understand that, like, he's also got other things going on in his life, and like, proposing to you is a big deal. And I actually think we are going to be even better. Like, I think we're actually going to work even better as friends. And what's funny is that the phone to the resentment just kills it. And I think once you break up, then all the things that you were resenting, like, those things don't exist anymore, and you can just you can just feel the love. So, oh, wow. I don't know if you guys can see, I'm actually feeling a lot calmer about this, but I'll probably cry once I get off this live stream. And by the way, I have a book. I have a book that I am reading now, and I revisit this book every few years. I reread this book, and now it's so important for me to revisit this book now, because if there's one thing you need to do after a breakup is to process your energy. And this is something I didn't do after my last breakup. I didn't actually heal enough, and I came out like heartless, I would say. A bit heartless and very harsh. And like, yes, did I get everything I wanted? But then it didn't turn out to be everything I actually wanted. So that's just really crazy. That's just really crazy. Which book? Yeah, so guys, this is actually the book. I have it on my laptop, and I posted, like, I downloaded an EPUB of it, and I posted it on the group as well. If you guys want to download it for free, it's this book. It's called Tantric Orgasm for Women. This book. And don't be spooked by the cover. Don't be spooked. It's really an incredible book. And I don't know if you guys have studied any yoga. Yoga is a science. Tantra is a science. And I'm gonna do a full book. I'm gonna actually just teach some concepts in the group tonight. Like in like the next hour, I'm actually doing a little workshop with this, because wow. And actually, I actually am also, there's like a male version of this book, and I'm gonna bring it for him and give it to him to read, because this is something that I always wanted us to read together, and like I didn't push for it because he was like, yoga stuff, like what's that stuff? Oh no, I should have pushed for it. And now I'm like, I don't care, you better be reading this because it's gonna benefit you. Like, you know what, I actually feel like a license to be a lot, like I have permission to be a better friend than I did girlfriend, because I don't care if he like doesn't like what I say now, because it's good for him. So I feel like you're criticizing yourself for how you feel and where your standards are. No, girls, like, no, I have no shame about my standards, and like no shame at all. That's not what I mean when I say I put pressure on the relationship. The pressure on the relationship was really like I didn't find happiness outside of our relationship. Like I expected him to make me happy all the time. That's what I meant about pressure. And he took care of everything. He met all my standards and beyond. And like we spoke about it on the breakup as well. He was like, you are so, like, you deserve all of it. You know, like you deserve all of it. So it's not about the standards, guys. Like the pressure is about, yeah. You explained it so well. I totally get where you're coming from. Okay, girls. Yeah, okay, girls. But yeah. Yeah. I think the reason I've just had such a today I've just been feeling a lot less materialistic is because I've been packing down my apartment, and like all this stuff that I wanted so badly, I'm like, you know. So if anyone's in Copenhagen and wants some free clothes, just let me know before I donate them to charity. Yeah. So that's that. But yeah, you guys are, you know what, like we are all so much stronger than we think. And I think your capacity for love is as deep as your capacity for pain. So girls, like, if there's any of you, how about shipping them to Germany? You know what, I can put a little, I don't know, like make a Vinted or something. So we'll see. I actually have some really good stuff, but I'm moving back to Cape Town, and I have so many boots, and if you guys know what the weather's like in Cape Town, I do not need like 10 pairs of boots. And I have like boots with a slight heel, boots with a longer heel, boots with like a gold detail, boots with like no detail. And I thought I needed all these 10 different types of shoes at least, but like, did I really? Probably not. Is it normal to forgive your partner for accusing you of cheating and it's not true? If someone's accusing you of cheating, it's often because they are guilty of something themselves. So yeah, it's often projecting. Yes, all my Cape Town girls, we are gonna do so much stuff. I'm honestly gonna be hosting stuff regularly in the summer. And I don't know, I want it to be more wholesome though, not like partying, but I would really like to do some I'll organize some things for the Cape Town girls. It'll be really fun. Girl, it's me, Tana, by the way. I just changed my name just to T. Okay, Stan. Stan. Maybe I can post it in the group, actually. With some of the clothes and stuff that I just... Because, like, I need to clean out my closet. I can just do a big box. Yeah, but you know what? Who knows? Who knows what's going to be happening? Who knows what's going to happen? And here's the thing, girls. Like, even though I'm not saying it to myself because, like, it's okay if the relationship's over. So it's not like I'm going to try and win him back. But am I going to handle this with class and grace? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And am I gonna stay friends and like keep giving him unconditional love as a friend and kindness and support? Yes, I am. And am I gonna work on myself and heal all these traumas and things? Yes, I am. So we will see. Like I said, if someone is accusing you of cheating, it's often because they themselves are guilty. So just watch out for that. But don't, you know what? Like I wouldn't even get that upset. I'd be like, no. But if it's like toxic, then just watch it. The whatever people criticize, the things people criticize in other people, either they are guilty of, or they secretly want. So watch that. Watch out for those things. Watch out for the things people criticize. It says a lot more about them than the things, yeah. Is it bad if my friend liked my ex-boyfriend's picture? Yeah, kind of. You know, like, she should be on your side. She should, like, girl code, full girl code. And I'm gonna actually, you know, I'm gonna see some real colors come out of like what girls do now with my ex-boyfriend now that we're broken up. We're gonna see. But you know, at the end of the day, like, whatever. If people like he will be single, it's like they're not actually doing anything wrong. And if it's my close friends, like, of course I'll be disgusted, but you know, I could say something really arrogant and like good luck following the relationship we just had, but I'm not like that. Again, he deserves all the love and happiness, so I hope he finds that. Even if it's not with me, I hope he finds that. But I still kind of hope it's with me, just not right now. I'm hoping that we just spend a year apart and like each like work on something, and like this is kind of like the fantasy I'm selling myself, is that we are just gonna have this year break and like love each other as friends and still support each other and like really grow and flourish and have the courage to do our own things and be our own people, and then maybe meet again, you know. But I think we each really are feeling the urge to go back to our roots, and I think that's just something we need to do separately. Guys, thank you so much. So let's see from T. Would you still stay friends with him if he got with one of them? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? No. Hard no. Hard no. Wow, if there's any girl that actually touches my current ex-boyfriend, like, obviously we're not friends anymore. But girls, like, the way you prevent that is not by being a bitch. The way you prevent other women from trying to steal your man is by being such a good friend that they're like, oh my god, I really respect her. I wouldn't do that to her. And by the way, that's the only thing that stops me from going after a good guy, is if I actually like respect the woman that he was with, and I'm like, no, you know what? Like, no, that's not worth it. Yeah. Yeah, but again, girls, this is why sometimes like it's dangerous to share your relationship on social media, because like I've heard of things happening where girls, like after girls post their boyfriends, that a bunch of other girls start DMing him. Which, you know what, we'll see. You know what, guys, you want to hear the sweetest thing ever, which I'm so excited for. He said he made me a video tribute. He's going to put it on his Instagram and archive all his other posts and just keep that. And literally, I know I'm going to cry so hard if he does that. I'm going to cry so hard if he does that. Honestly, I was worried about evil eye for you with that. Yeah. Maybe, guys, maybe it was the evil eye that got us in the end. Maybe. How do you protect yourself from evil eye? Like, what can you do? I think my attitude towards it is, if you are sharing and not showing off, then you are already like protected with your own karma. So that's kind of what I've been living by. But yeah. Wow, guys. Egg cleansing, and normally there are prayers for them, but it's Islam. Maybe I should do an egg cleansing. Someone has to gift you an evil eye necklace and then don't talk about the relationship at all. Is that how you protect or how it harms? Yeah. You know what, the thing is, I'm actually like very private in my private life, if I can explain. Like somehow coming on TikTok, it's like I don't feel like it's supposed to be a triggering thing. I feel like it's supposed to be like I'm just sharing and inspiring, and like it's not like a bragging thing. It's like really, yeah. So I hope there's no evil eye on here. But I actually have never felt that way. You know, I've never felt that way. And honestly, maybe we would have broken up sooner if I hadn't actually had this TikTok, because like it really has been one of the only things that I've been excited about in the last few months, like, which is just crazy. Because I've been stuck with so many other things and just like wanting to break free from them. So, but yeah, girls, thank you so much for listening as always. Thank you so much for listening as always, girls. If there's any of you out there that are having just like any kind of relationship problems, or you are going through a breakup or any other kind of struggle in your life, and you just want to call with me and have a chat with me, you can. There's like free calls included in the group. And I do love to get to talk to you guys. So, where's the masterclass being held today? On school. Girls on school. It's going to be, the reason it's not on TikTok is because honestly it's way too spicy stuff. Like I'm going to be talking about tantra and like the body and like the energy centers in the body. And this is something I learned a few years ago and it changed my life. And I'm really excited to teach you girls this because it's actually really, really crazy. Yeah, Tantra, I actually wrote some notes about, but guys, you're just getting a little sneak peek because I am going to do the full masterclass in 40 minutes. So I just have some notes about. Okay, I'll just give you guys a sneak peek on what Tantra is. I just have so many notes there. So many things. What if you guys do what I do, where you just like nothing is in order and you just like write in random pages of your notebook. I just like write whatever I'm feeling right away. Okay, so Tantra and yoga is all about like consciously moving energy in your body. And I'm giving you guys a little sneak peek. So this is just the intro. So Tantra and yoga really works by moving energy through the body, and you have energy centers in your body that you can like activate or deactivate. And this is why yoga is very powerful for getting in touch with your like. Can we watch the masterclass another day? Yeah, you guys, I will post the download on the group so you can watch it in your own time. I will post on the group. So Tantra and yoga is all about consciously moving energy through your body. And if you guys have seen a yoga flow, it is designed to like, you normally work from like the ground up with your chakras. And I think the biggest thing with Tantra and yoga is just, okay, so here's the big thing is like, again, I don't know how much I can explain on TikTok because I think I might just get like flagged for inappropriate stuff talking about that. So, you have positive and negative energy centers in your body. And here's the thing that you guys must understand is that if you, as a woman, this is the thing, if you overstimulate yourself like a man, then if you overstimulate yourself like a man, you're actually going to kill your sensitivity in the long run and really lose how to have sex like a woman, and you're going to keep chasing pleasure like a man, because that's what like media, movies, like porn, all that stuff is teaching you, is how to have sex like a man, and that's not what you must be doing. And by the way, none of this stuff is good for men either. And why do you think people have like so many issues later on in relationships? Like people's sex drive and like the intimacy between couples over the years gets so much worse. And it's because we don't maintain the polarity, and because you're not taught the tools of how to do that. And just the normal way of having sex actually is bad for both of you. It's bad for both of you, because like the man is losing a lot of his energy and you are actually stepping into it like a man. And the whole thing is that you actually need to slow down and resensitize your body to like receive. And this is the whole thing why like you need this book should be the first thing you read on your feminine energy journey. So you need to like slow down and hold space. And I just posted a TikTok on this, and like think of this, think of your like the female body is a room, okay? Like the female body is a room, and it can be a room with all the lights on, like music playing, chaos, like mess everywhere. It can be a room like this, where someone walks in and they immediately feel like, oh my god, I need to get out of here. Or it can be a room of like peaceful stillness, soft lights, like warmth, you know, like there's a little bit of like music playing, and it's very inviting, and you just feel like you like it's just like invites you in. And this is the difference between like overly sexual and sensual. And a lot of us get stuck in being very sexual and like performing, and girls, like and I know a lot of you do this, like you overperform, and you're way too self-conscious, and you worried about how you look the whole time, and that's all you think about. You're like lying there like thinking about like, oh my god, like what noises am I making, how do I look, like should I be doing something? You are the noisy, frantic, crazy room, and there's nothing wrong with you for doing this. You just haven't been taught how to actually like receive like a woman. And the only thing you can do, the only thing you've been shown how to do is have sex like a man. So either like, you know, like you get on top, like bounce around, stuff like that. And guys, like this is very spicy, so I'm gonna save the juice of it for the group. But it's all about like, you don't like, the more you do, the more you actually repel him, which is just very crazy. And of course, like guys, in the beginning when you're sleeping with someone, the actual intensity and stuff between you is, the link is in my bio, like the intensity, like it can handle this, it really doesn't matter. That's why when you sleep with someone new, it's so crazy good for the first couple weeks. But in a long-term relationship, it's really important that you actively maintain the polarity, otherwise it's just gonna die. So here's the thing is, and guys, you need to do this without a partner. Like you need to sit and practice this on your own, and like actually learn how to be in your body and make yourself feel safe to be in your body, because this like frantic doing, like noisy, very sexual energy, it just comes because you haven't given yourself permission to soften and feel safe, and you probably don't feel safe in your own body. And by the way, the first time you do this and actually like have sex this way, you're probably gonna cry. You're probably gonna cry and like have so much scary stuff come out of like the hurt and guys, like you don't have to have been sexually abused to be hurt. Like all the negative things you've said to yourself about your body, all the like crazy beauty standards, and like every time you've looked in the mirror and like said something nasty to yourself, that's in you, that's still in you. And all the times you've been like overly critical of yourself, like that is in you. It's not just to do with men. And like you're gonna have even more stuff if you've used sex as a tool, if you've disconnected, if you've like had drunk hookups. Like you're not, it's not like you can't heal from these things, but it has left a mark on you. And I'm not trying to like spook you or shame you or anything like that. Like there's nothing wrong with you for doing those things, and you're not broken, but you need to be kind to yourself and like recognize some of the stuff that happened. And it's this one, tantric orgasm for women. Is this one. Take a screenshot quick. Okay, so, and this book is like very, very complex, so I'm really giving you guys a summary, because I've read a lot of books about this stuff. And there's books for men too. This is just the one for women. Like there's one for women, one for men, and one for couples. And I have read them all. And I'm gonna read them all again. I'm gonna read them all again because like somehow I actually lost this. Because it's very scary to be so present in your body. It's very scary. And like I'm gonna talk about some exercises and things you can do on your own and just give you guys like a very beginner intro on how to do this for yourself. Yeah, I'll upload all the PDFs. I'll upload them all on the group. So girls, like I'm gonna talk about on the group call now in like half an hour. I'm just gonna explain some of these basic concepts and just give you guys some exercises and like share some experiences about how this will change your life, because I really want this for you. And again guys, like I'm not just about dating. This is like really such an important thing with your feminine energy. Is just like, do not use your body as a tool. Do not objectify yourself, because you are the one that's going to be dealing with the consequences of that. And so many women, so many young women especially, like social media is objectification, and we've all done it, okay? There's not one single woman watching this that hasn't objectified herself at some point. So girls, like I'm just gonna explain this to you and just talk about maybe there's anything else I can just tell you. So like you haven't been taught to speak the language of your body, and some people are naturally very sensitive and very intuitive and maybe have done this already. Especially people that have meditated and done a lot of yoga have probably like felt a little bit of this. But until you, like some of these exercises are like weird, you know, it's like weird. You wouldn't ask someone to do this. Like one exercise that you do is you just sit like cross-legged, chest to chest, and you just put one hand like this, like one hand on each, you know, and you like get your heartbeats in sync and you just breathe together and like look each other in the eye. And you're supposed to try and like, awaken all these little sensations. So instead of immediately going for like the, like the juicy bits where there's lots of stimulation, you actually first touch all the parts that are not sexual, and you try and like awaken energy within the body instead of like electrifying it. And that's what like modern sex and porn and movies and stuff is, just like complete overstimulation, electrification, like blasting all these sensitive areas away. Okay, and like last thing before I get off here, just because this is, guys, even if you don't join the group and watch the call, like please take this. Like very strong sex toys and vibrators and all that stuff, don't use it. I'm not kidding. Don't use it, because you are like, just like how if you eat a lot of sugar, your sensitivity for sugar gets ruined, and like you need to keep eating really sweet stuff, and you can't even enjoy the normal stuff anymore. If you use these like very strong tools and things like that, you are like frying like some of your very sensitive nerves, and they are gonna die, and you're gonna be 40 with zero sex drive, and have like this part of you dead from the waist down. And if you are in your 20s, or I don't know, if you guys are having baby fever right now, if you're having crazy baby fever, it's a sign that you actually are not giving yourself love. And this, guys, this is so crazy. The urge to have a baby is actually just like the urge to feel love flowing in that part of your body again. And yeah. Okay, girls, that's all I have for today. I will be answering some more questions and like just doing a full workshop on this book in the group now in half an hour. So you guys have time to go have a look, and guys, you can get your free trial, whatever, and just come join for the day. This is a really important one. And if you don't join the call, please download the book and read it yourself. This is the book again. So, yeah, this is super, super important, and this is something I'm honestly going to be working with a lot now. Okay, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for all your support, and hopefully see as many of you in the call, in the group. The link is in my bio. It's honestly, like, this is going to be a life-changing lesson. And if you don't watch The Call, please read the book. Please read the book. You need to take care of your own body. Okay, love you guys so much.